Oh boy, it's all very blurry. All right, so we're getting ready to assemble the big crane, but the main part of, well, the main side beam that has the motor and the hydraulic pump and all the valves was just covered in oil that's been caked on for, well, decades for sure, 2 decades. And so I've spent the last couple hours trying to get it clean so that when we assemble it, it won't be so hard to figure out what we need to fix. We're going to change all of the hydraulic hoses and all the rubber hoses, and just try to make sure that all the leaks that had caused all this mess over the 20 years are replaced. So no, it's been a couple hours of messy work. Thank heavens for our pressure washer that has steam. And it wouldn't even come off. I mean, I had soap, but it wouldn't come off until I cranked up the heat, and we actually were, steaming it off of there. It's amazing what hot water will do with oil and grease. Okay, so they're lifting up the one leg. Woo-wee! A my jack. Jack number 79. So they're lifting that up, and we gotta lift the other arch up. We'll connect them together with the small beam first, and then we'll connect the other side together with this beam. I drove this crane in Kentucky before we bought it, and it is a really fun machine to run. Very cool. 80,000 pounds is what it'll lift. 40,000 on each cable, 2 winches. And that's the same, this link belt, it'll lift 80,000 pounds, well, close to the machine, not when you lean out very far. But this my jack, it's a beauty. Okay, and then we got our baby crane. Woo-wee! Our little baby crane over there is bringing the side beam. We love this baby crane. It's designed to move things around the construction site, but it also has outriggers when you really need to lift heavy stuff. So we just gotta put, well, sorry. One beam goes here, and then the other beam goes the same place on the other side. And so we connect it all together actually relatively low here. The high parts we put together on the ground, lifted her up. Woo-wee! And now we'll bolt together the 2 low beams to hook it together. Very exciting. So this end of the crane doesn't turn or drive or anything. They're just rigid mounted wheels. This side of the crane is the steering end and the drive end. It has big hydraulic motors that drive it, and then hydraulic cylinders that turn it. And it actually turns very, very sharp. You can almost just spin around those 2 there. You'll just turn it sideways and just drive it around. So no, very exciting. Here comes the baby crane. Here comes our side beam. Very cool. Whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah. It's your truck. It's not my truck, it's yours. But don't hit it. Should I pull it ahead? Oh, okay. I got it. Very exciting. I mean, he was watching, but it's such a cute little crane. Very fun. It's fun that it 4-wheel steers and such a short wheelbase that it can turn, this one can turn very, very sharp as well. Well, we'll work away at this and we'll let you know how it goes. Awesome. So now we're putting out the outriggers. Now here they come down. It'll lift 30,000 pounds when the outriggers are all down. So that's pretty nice capacity for a little teeny crane that can run inside a building because it's got propane. So yeah, get it all stabilized and we'll bolt this baby together. Okay, so we're using all our big guns. We got the Fantuzzi lifting up the other arch right now. We've got the first arch in position and our cross beam on our little baby crane. So we're gonna do this thing. It's a beautiful thing. The Fantuzzi is just moving half the crane. Woo! That is awesome. Okay, so now we have got one beam in. The beam that has the motor and the hydraulics and everything is now bolted in. So the two arches are now secure. So now the guys are in there just tightening them up, and then we'll lift this small beam in on this side. We're gonna go get a telehandler with a man basket so we can get up top to unhook our straps. Wow, they got the second beam in there. The crane is structurally assembled. Now we got to do hoses and cable and put the cab back on. So now we're going to unhook the big straps and take down the big cranes. That's pretty awesome. Still can't see through my glasses, so they're useless. But we built a crane, a travel crane, travel lift, I guess they call it. But anyway, that is an amazing machine. We've got to do some, repairs to get everything up to code with the new hoses and the new cable. But that was a huge day to use the big machines. Where's my cranes? Well, it's hiding back there. But the Fantuzzi was a huge help. And then our rough terrain crane right back there. And then our baby crane, and they all work together. And then we used two telehandlers as well. But that was just a great project. Fantastic. We've been looking at those pieces for a month or two, so it's nice to get them bolted together. There's another angle. Oh, that is a great feeling, and they're an incredibly handy machine because you have 2 winches, and then with the spreader bar you can lift incredibly long, heavy pieces of concrete, but in a very stable way. Let me just show you the spreader bar. So the spreader bar is this bar, and it's set up so that I can hook the 2 hooks of the big crane in the top here, and it's built for this crane. And so those 2 pins go on the 2 winches, and then I have this rolling gear on the bottom. I can't roll it right now because it's sitting on it, but I just lift this lever at that wheel. If I push down, the wheel will go down and it'll just roll back and forth. There's one on each end, so then we can, and it has a bit of a scale on there. Anyway, then you can put your hooks wherever you want. If you're lifting a 60-foot beam, you'll move them all the way out to the ends. And if you're moving a, 30-foot beam, you'll move them down in there to 15, and then you just lift up, and the handles the load nice and balanced. But this beam is rated for 80,000 pounds, and so is everything on that crane. So we look forward to lifting, well, here right away we'll start lifting these forms and mounting them on the foundations that we're on the screw pile foundations that we're putting in right now. So this will first be used to assemble everything, and then it'll be used to, we'll use it to move the shipping containers, like the office and chemical shed for the batch plant. We'll just lift it right up in the middle there with the spreader bar, and we'll just lift that whole container right up in the middle and then just drive it over there and set it wherever we want. I mean, it gives us huge capacity to lift huge things. Anyway, it's fantastic. So you can't see me very well. We had another meeting with someone that's interested in housing up in the Cardston area. And so now I'm finally getting ready to head home from work, and it's late, but it's kind of fun. The sky's got pretty colors, and there's our crane in the background. Anyway, it was a big day. Life is good.